Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time of seeing my video, please subscribe. In this video, we're going to be drafting out the basic bodice block for skirt pattern. Alright, first of all, I'm going to be using my ruler to draw a line at the top. That line is going to be helping to guide the drafting of our skirt. Alright, so right now I'm just going to be placing my ruler and drawing the line. Alright, so that line I'm drawing is going to be serving as a waistline. We're going to be using it as a waistline to help as a guide in drafting the full bodice block for skirt. Alright, the pattern for skirt. Alright, so this is me drawing the line, just as you can see. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so that's our line. Alright, so what we need to do next is to divide our waist measurement by 4. Alright, so we'll divide our measurement by 4. The waist measurement I'm using is waist 30. Alright, so when you divide our waist measurement by 4, what you're going to get is 7.5. Alright, so the 7.5 of gotten, you're going to add 1 inch to it for that allowance. Alright, so at the top of this line here, I'm going to be marking our waistline, which is 7.5, adding 1, which is going to be giving us 8.5 on the line you see me drawing there. So I'm going to be using my marker so the lines can be visible for everyone to see. Alright, so that's me with my marker. I'm going to be marking out 8.5, which is a waist measurement divide by 4. Alright, so hope you guys can see. So that was the calculation I was doing there. When you divide 30 by 2, you have 15. 15 divide by 2 give you 7.5. So I'm just going to place my metal rule, and on the top line, which I said is going to be our waistline, I'm going to be marking out 8.5. Remember, we're adding 1 inch for the dart allowance. As we continue, you guys will understand what I'm saying. Alright, so that's me marking out 8.5 inches, guys. Inches is not centimeters, inches. Alright, so that's me marking it out, just as you can see. Alright, so after we are done marking out our waistline, now we are going to be marking 22 centimeters from the waistline downwards. Alright, so depending on your body measurement, you can use between 22 to 25 centimeter, depending on the height of the person and the body length of the person. Alright, since I'm drafting a skirt pattern for myself, I'm going to be using 22 centimeter, and I'm going to be marking this 22 centimeter along the side seam. Alright, so along the side seam, I'm going to be marking out this 22 centimeter, just as you can see me marking like that. So using a ruler, I'm going to be joining from the side seam to the unfold. So the side of the skirt is actually unfold, just as you can see me doing like this. Alright, so that line now is going to be standing for our waistline. Alright, so that's going to be our hip line, the line that came across. The first one is our waistline, the second one is our hip line. Alright. Alright guys, please, in case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do it to subscribe. Okay, so we're going to be taking the measurement of the full length of the skirt. So I'm going to be using the whole of this paper because for one reason, I don't like my skirt to be like short, like extreme, like mini short. I love it when it's below my knee. So I'm going to be marking it there. I'm using full length 29. Alright, so that's a hip line. So you can do it to label when you're taking your drafting your skirt pattern, just as I did. Alright, so on that hip line, we're going to be dividing our hip measurement by 2. Alright, by 4 rather, not by 2. Divide our hip measurement by 4. Our hip measurement is 10.2. So when you divide our hip measurement rather is 42. Alright, so when you divide 42 by 4, it will give you 10.5. Just as you saw me mark at 10.5 by the side seam, that's how I'm going to do it. Alright, so I'm going to be joining it down to the hip line to make sure everything is accurate. All right, so remember we are dividing our hip measurement by 4, and when I divided it gave me 10.5. All right, guys. So the 10.5 at the hip line, we're bringing it down to the hem of the skirt. So that 10.5 we marked there, we're going to be bringing it down to the hem of the skirt. But before that, I'm going to be using a French cuff to join from the waistline to the hip line. So please make sure you arrange your French cuff. Don't let it to be too curvy, and also don't make it to be too slant, because the human body is shaped. So just place it very well, just as you can see me placing it, just very fine, very nice like this. So you place it and draw the line. All right, draw the line, please. Hope you guys can see. All right, let me use my marker now to bring the line to make it visible. Yes, so to make the line visible, I don't know what, but this markers I'm using are really not helping. They're not giving me that brightness and that glow I want to have on my brown paper. I couldn't get the white paper from the market, so that's why I'm using brown paper. Like, I didn't see it. Alright, so I have to go and change the marker and use the blue one to see if it's going to be better. But it's actually better. Alright, guys, so I'm done with that now. So the hem, remember I said we bring the 10.5 from the hip line and bring it down to the hem, which is the ending of our skirt length, how long we want our skirt to be. Alright, so I'm going to be using my metal right now to mark 10.5. Yeah, so just as you can see me doing like this, I'm marking out my 10.5 on the hem of our skirt. So guys, I'm using my marker right now so that the line can be visible. Because it's brown paper, I don't want a scenario where we can't see what I'm drawing. So I'm using my marker, just as you can see me doing, to make the line become more visible and more clearer. Alright, alright guys, so after that, I'm going to be using a long rope to join from the hip down to the hem using a straight line. Right, so it's a straight line we're using, not a French curve. Just bringing it down to give us that pencil shaped effect we talk about, because I'm making a pencil skirt. Okay guys, so what I'm going to be doing is that by the hem, that 19 degrees by the hem, I'm going to be going in by 3 centimeter. Alright, so I'm going to be going in by 3 centimeter to shaping the pencil skirt. Alright, so I'm going to be going in by 3 centimeter to give it that pencil effect we're looking at. Alright guys, so from that 3 centimeter, I'm going to be going using my ruler to draw a slant line from the hem to the hip point, just the way you see me doing like this. So from the hip point to the 3 centimeter downwards, I'm going to be going in like this. This is to help me get that pencil I'm looking at or talking about. Alright, so guys, this is the basic pencil skirt. But remember the 1 inch we added by the waist for that manipulation to bring out that. So we're going to be marking it right now. So I'm going to be dividing 7.5 by 2, which is going to be giving me 3.25. All right, so we're going to be having 3.25. So on the waistline, I'm going to be marking at 3.25 for the dot. Alright guys, so that's me just marked at 3.25. So remember it's 1 inch we added, so I'm going to be dividing that 1 inch by 2. Alright. But before then, just the 3.25, we'll mark it on the hip line and also on the waistline. Using our ruler, we're going to be drawing out a straight line so everything can be accurate. Just the way you see me doing like this, you draw the straight line. Then the 1 inch which we added, we're going to be dividing by 2, which will give us 0.5. So I'm going to be marking 0.5. Alright, so please guys, always add your dots. I know a lot of persons don't like dots on scale, but please always add your dots. Alright, so this is me marking out my 0.5 now. Alright, so that's me marking it. So I'm going to be drawing a slant line down to the hip line, just the way you see me doing like this. So please, placement of your ruler is very important. I'm going to be drawing a slant line. Alright guys, so that's me drawing the slant line. After that, I'm going to be bringing my fabric in the next video to show you how to cut a pattern and how to place it on the fabric to give you that effect you are looking for. Alright, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. From here now, we are done. This is how the busy skirt pattern looks like. We are done from here. Alright, please anticipate my next video. I'm going to be posting how to cut it off